I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I
I
am
am California of the past.
Okay, well, my name is Marlene Pinedo, and I've been a resident here in Pomona ever since I was born. And one of the most significant things that I thought of after having looked at the flyer for the videotapings was obviously the library. And with the library, like the main moments or like experiences that I had were the ones where I was first introduced into the library through the school that I went to, which is like Lexington Elementary. And I remember we'd have these like bi-monthly or every other month we'd come over, and it'd be like the only field trip we'd have, and they'd make, like, the teacher would make us walk all the way over here. And I mean, we're like less than 4 feet tall, so it felt like crossing the Sahara because we'd come over here on like during the summer. But once we came in here, we'd always go into this, like, it felt like the secret room because it wasn't really promoted from the outside. And years later, I found out that it was just like the storytelling room in the children's department. But I didn't know that. I thought we just like magically entered into this whole other section from the library that I didn't recognize. And every time we'd go in there, it was always a race to get like the best seats because we knew that somebody was going to have like story time and they'd have tons of props there. And I knew that if I got towards the front, whoever was working here that would give a story time would always be very like eager to have like interaction with the kids that would come in. So I'd always make sure to go towards the back because I was really shy. But later on, I also remember that I always used to just like race on into the children's department because of the little cottage-like house that was in the room towards the back. And I'd go in there and I'd be so mad if I saw other kids in there because they'd just go in there and they'd start talking, and I was ready with my, what was I reading, my Amelia Bedelia or my Arthur book set, and like it was just kind of like this race. And I noticed that everybody was just dying to get in there, and once they'd go in there they wanted it all for themselves. But and I know that now it just looks kind of weird trying to squeeze into that little cottage, but if I didn't care of the reactions I'd get, I'd probably still go in there. And then later on, I think I used to spend most of my time in front of the B section as a little kid because that's where all the Arthur books were at. And so I'd list every single copy that the library had, and as I was done reading it, I'd like mark it off. And I knew there was like 100 copies, and I'd spend like a whole day there until my mom found me because I'd probably like take off. And later on, I volunteered for the Summer Buddy Reading Summer program. I forgot the name of it, but it was for a whole summer. And overall, I just remember that I know I take a lot of value into the library, but I've spent more time in the children's section as opposed to the adults. Not saying that I don't appreciate all parts of the library, but it's always been my favorite. And even now, going towards even now as a college student, like I still make the effort into going back to the children's department every summer and starting off from Z to A through all the children's books in the circular bookshelves surrounding the round table, and I read every single book. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, sure, I'll judge a book by its cover, but I'll pick the ones that I like, and so far I've managed to work halfway past that. And having heard that there's a chance of the library being shut down, I don't know how I don't know. I'm sure it won't hit me until it's closer towards that date, but I just wouldn't know how to react, and I really wouldn't know how bad I would feel for other kids who wouldn't be able to go into that secret room and get lost into the library's little cottage room if they'd still have it by then, or I don't know, I just feel bad for whoever's going to miss it.